Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about something huge, digital transformation. For a lot of small and medium-sized businesses, this whole idea can feel, well, a little overwhelming, right? So we're here to cut through all that noise and give you a simple, straightforward playbook to help you really compete and win.
So, let me ask you this. Does this question feel a little too real? If you're running a business, I bet you've felt that friction from old, clunky tech, or you've watched those operational costs just creep up and up. It's a super common problem, but the good news is there's a very real solution.
And that's what this is all about. We're going to show you exactly how to turn those nagging, recurring pains, things like outdated systems or customer engagement issues, into powerful, repeatable wins, like smoother workflows and, of course, more sales. This isn't about some one-time fix. It's about building a system for success that keeps on giving.
And hey, if you're thinking about making this move, you are definitely not alone. Get this, as of 2024, a whopping 90% of small and medium-sized businesses are either planning or are already on their digital transformation journey. This isn't just for the giant corporations anymore. It's pretty much the new standard for how you stay in the game.
Okay, so how do you actually make this happen? Where does the rubber meet the road? Well, it all starts with having the right tools. Let's talk about the tech that really powers this kind of change.
So think of these four as the heavy hitters in your digital toolkit. You've got cloud computing, which gives you incredible flexibility and helps lower your costs. Then there's automation, using things like RPA or robotic process automation, which frees up your team from all those repetitive, manual tasks. Data analytics helps you figure out what your customers really want. And finally, digital marketing is how you get your message out there and connect with them online.
This quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it all, doesn't it? These tools are basically the bridge. They take the challenges, the stuff that keeps you up at night, and they turn them directly into opportunities for real, honest-to-goodness growth.
So let's talk about tangible results. What does this look like in the real world? Well, for starters, by using digital marketing tools effectively, businesses like yours have seen up to a 30% jump in getting new customers. That is a huge boost, and it's driven entirely by smarter tech.
But listen, it's not just about bringing more money in the door. It's also about saving the money you already have. By automating those routine, day-to-day processes, businesses are actually slashing their operational costs by 25 to 30%. I mean, think about that. That's money that goes right back into your business to fuel more growth.
And finally, let's talk about your team. With these new tools in their hands, companies are seeing their overall productivity climb by 20 to 30%. So you've got more sales, lower costs, and a more efficient team. I mean, the case for making this change is just incredibly strong. Okay, so the benefits are crystal clear, but you might be thinking, where on earth do I start? It can feel like a lot, which is exactly why we've broken it down into a simple 5-step playbook. This is your roadmap.
It all starts with taking a good, honest look at your current systems. You got to know where you're starting from, right? Then you define what success actually looks like. What are your goals? From there, you invest smartly in the right tech, you train your team so they can master it, and then, this is key, you constantly monitor your progress and you adapt. It's a continuous cycle of getting better and better.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's see how this playbook works in the real world with a couple of awesome success stories. But with great power comes great responsibility, so we're also going to cover the essential rules you have to follow along the way.
So check out Zywave. They're an insurance tech company. By moving to a cloud platform and automating their back-end processes, they saw a massive 40% jump in operational efficiency. I mean, that is a huge win. It frees up their people to focus on much more valuable work.
Or take a look at Planet Fitness. They started using data analytics to get a much better handle on their members' behavior. And by offering personalized experiences based on that data, they seriously boosted both engagement and how many members stuck around. It just goes to show you how tech can directly make your customer relationship stronger.
Now this next part is crucial, the rules. As you start using these powerful new tools, especially anything that handles customer data, you absolutely have to know the compliance requirements. Seriously, this part is non-negotiable.
For 2024, you really want to focus on these 3 areas. First up, data privacy. Make sure you're totally in line with all the regulations. Second, cybersecurity. You need to beef up your defenses using established frameworks like NIST. That's the National Institute of Standards and Technology. And third, if you're using AI, you have to ensure it's ethical, that it's fair, unbiased, and that you're accountable for it.
So we have covered a ton of ground here. The why, the what, and the how. Let's boil it all down into one simple, actionable takeaway that you can start using pretty much right away.
When you strip it all away, it comes down to this 5-point checklist. First, check out your current tools and processes. Second, set some really clear goals. Third, invest in that core tech, cloud, automation, analytics. Fourth, train and empower your team. And last but not least, keep an eye on your progress and be ready to adjust. That's it. That is the path from those recurring pains to those repeatable wins.
So, there you have it. The playbook is officially in your hands. You've got the steps, you've seen the results, and you know the rules of the road. The only question left is, what's your first move?